Welcome back to the Shoebox podcast.
You guys ever had a shoebox full of...
Yep. Been there, done that. Thank you guys for coming back and watching us. If you're subscribed, we really appreciate it. Appreciate all the love we've had from the vlog we just posted. So thank you guys so much for that.
Yeah. Shout out Seattle. Shout out SneakerCon. I don't know. We hit 1K on that video, which is insane.
Yeah.
Now we just got to get the podcast video to 1K. So that's why run it up, hit the subscribe, hit the like, drop a comment.
Comments.
What should we do in the comments? Comment your best part. Oh, comment the best part from that video on this video, and then we'll pick somebody, and I'm gonna cash app them like $20.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick somebody random there.
Yep.
In the comments, $20. So
yeah.
Boom, that's how you started off, bro.
There we go.
Hot. We need to get this. We need to get this popping. We need to hit the 1K here.
Yeah, for sure. No, we've been grinding like crazy. We're gonna jump right into it. The Tiffany Dunks dropped today.
I don't like those, but
I meant to say the Tiffany Air Force Ones. I keep thinking they're Dunks.
I know. I didn't even catch that. I was all like the Dunks. I was all
yeah.
like, I didn't even catch the dunk part. I just thought of the Air Forces. It just came
I always like mixes me up too. But
fake sneakerhead right here.
Yeah, so fake.
He can't tell the difference. He can't tell the difference between an Air Force and a dunk.
Yeah.
How bad it is.
I'm having a hard time over here, guys.
I don't like that shoe.
Yeah, no. You've talked about how you don't like the quality of the shoe, the colorway.
I don't know if it's quality because I haven't seen them in hand. I don't know. I just don't like the design.
Yeah.
If that makes I don't know. I feel like I could have done more with it than all black. I'm not a fan of the black hats. So
yeah, no, for sure. And I think for me, the quality is just like you're making a $400 suede shoe. I would prefer it to be like a premium leather, like a really nice leather. Because if you're gonna charge that much, I would want to wear this shoe for like ever. And like suede is one of those materials you kind of have to like be really careful with, or you have to get like retouches on. Because if it fades or you get water on it, I don't know. I think a leather, like a premium leather, would have been a nicer choice.
I don't know.
But again, the colorway isn't like anything to like.
I think for me, it's mostly the colorway. Because it's like, I'll pay $400 for a shoe like Reimagined, right?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, the quality on those ones aren't like the greatest. But,
Yeah.
You know, I would pay $400 for it because like it's a good shoe, it's a good colorway. You know.
Yeah.
When I saw that shoe, I was just kind of like, oh. And then they were like, oh, it's $400, and I like hated it even more because it's like, bro, I'm not gonna pay $400 for that.
Yeah.
Like, it looks swag. Like, and that's just me. You know, if you like them, buy them, spend your money.
Yeah.
But what are they reselling for now? Like
they're still like in the thousands, 1,200. I think what I'm saying about the colorway is like the colorway isn't as good as like it should be. So like at least give us premium materials. But yeah, it's reselling still in the thousands. Do you think there's gonna be a drop off?
I think there is, and I think we were talking about we don't know how much quantity because I feel like that'll make a huge effect on like price points because if it's a lot of saturation and not a lot of people are gonna want to spend, like I wouldn't spend $1,000 for sure on this like shoe at all. Like,
No.
So it's like at the end of the day, it's gonna be like whatever these like either resellers or people who have a reseller or stores put them at.
Yeah.
It's like if it doesn't move, they're gonna eventually start having to drop.
Drop the prices to get rid of them.
To get rid of them. So you'll see like that decline. But I don't know. I think there was like a particular group of people and sneaker collectors who were like hyped up about it. Like mostly because it's like a high fashion, like a Tiffany or like
like it's like jewelry.
Like high end kind of collab. Which is cool, but I don't know. I've never been much to get too much into like the high fashion pieces like that.
Yeah,
and stuff. Like,
I think we always see like high fashion stuff kind of tank after a while just because it's so expensive.
Yeah, because like the only few things that I've ever wanted would have been like the Louis Vuittons and stuff like that. But most of the time it was because of like the collabs and stuff like that, like with Virgil and stuff. So I feel like it has to be put on by somebody who like has some type of like connection to like either be sneaker or streetwear and stuff that because it's just like I'm not the type of person who just looks into like releases of like the fashion or whatever especially for high-end fashion for $1,000 t-shirts and stuff. So
that's way too much.
But
that is like a wild like price point to buy a t-shirt in. So I'm always been like that guy who would like rather just get like a shirt and make it myself, or anything besides like spending that much money on a t-shirt.
I feel like thrifting t-shirts is better because like you get like a one piece, even if you buy it from like obviously somebody who thrifted it, like it's still like a very hand-picked selected t-shirt.
Yeah, and like you're never gonna see it again.
Yeah, right. Versus like you get the flex, and I think that's what I'm trying to say is like I feel like that shoe kind of fits that, like, oh, I'm flexing. I have a Tiffany Air Force One. It's not just an Air Force One, like, which, I mean, it's cool, but like I said, I don't like the shoe. Yeah. Well, not much of a flex to me. Nah.
Yeah. Not a rich flex. So with these shoes releasing today, we have the Reimagines coming out this weekend. It already feels like the shoe is here. So like, do you feel like the price point is going to stay where it's at, or is it going to drop in value?
I think that one will keep its value because it's like a classic. I feel like a lot of people are excited for it.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like it's got the same thing going on with like the Lost and Founds. So, and I feel like, I don't know, like I don't see them. I can see them moving a little bit down, but I think they'll keep their value. And I feel like overall, even if it does tank, it'll be a fast mover for a lot of places or people or like resellers, you know. And I feel like a lot of people who are collecting are going to want to hold on to them. So
no, for sure.
It's like people who are buying them are going to be wearing them and collecting them. And the people that are reselling are going to, like, you know, have a hard time keeping it up and, like, you know, getting them for a good price point and being able to flip them faster and stuff like that. So I think it'll keep the market because it's pretty high in demand, I think. Yeah. I personally want them. So.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of excitement behind the shoe, and I think that even if it does go down in price, it just makes it better for the consumer.
Yeah, yeah. We end up winning because we're getting the shoes that we want.
Yeah.
And, I mean, yeah, the prices might be a little bit more than what you want to spend, but... I don't know. I feel like a lot of shoes nowadays are like already retail like 200, so it's like
220.
Spend another 100, maybe like 150, or pay double of what you would pay for GR to get something like that. I don't know. Sometimes I look at it like that, where I'm just like, and I don't know if that's just me wanting to like what's the word I'm looking for, like kind of like make it like seem as though I'm not spending as much, like by myself, like I'm trying to convince myself basically to be like it's not that bad, because if you think about it, because this is an example, right? Like I might like a general release shoe that might, you know, be like, oh, like if I buy those, like I'll just wear them like dailies. But then it's like if I skip on that shoe and I skip on maybe like another release that, like, you know, it's a shoe that I would buy and just, you know, daily and not get them and get one shoe that I'm like, you know, I won't wear as much, but like I still would have spent the same amount. You know what I mean? Like that's how I kind of justify. That's the word. Like justify
the
purchase a little bit by being like, I'm not buying just like every day, like, you know, whatever, like Air Forces. You know what I mean? Like I don't buy like an Air Force. Like some people will do that. You know, they'll spend, you know, like a year, they'll buy like, you know, 5 to 6 different pairs of Air Forces. And in my head, I'm like, you could have like not bought all those. You could have either bought like maybe like a pre-owned. Or you could have just, you know, waited and got something that you really like I don't know, Fire Red 3s.
Fire Red 3s.
Which are like $200. It's like, you know, like $250, $260. I don't know. That's just how I justify, I guess, my purchases.
Like doing the math in your head. I think I always look at like the release. I mean the retail price, and then I add the tax to it. Then it's like, oh, okay, well it's only like $60. It's fine.
yeah. So I feel like that shoe will do good because people are gonna willing to spend that $300. And I don't see him going closer to 4, but I feel like it'll be like around there, like 350.
Yeah, I think it'll be like, I don't know if it's gonna hit 400, but I think it's gonna be around that 300 range.
Yeah, that 300 range for sure. But so
I think
save your money.
Yeah, and I think that's a good shoe though. I think the colorway, the Reimagine, they didn't really do crazy. They didn't do anything too crazy with it, but I think it came out looking really good.
And it's a classic like colorway.
Yeah, that too as well. So somebody that ever wanted that shoe, they can actually kind of have a version of it.
Yeah, like a version of it. Yeah, because when was the last release for?
Let me pull that up real quick, Jamie.
I think I want to say 2018.
Yeah, let me see.
But either way, classic. People are gonna want this. Like, I hope that I kind of hope they slow down on the Reimagine thing. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, again, if they do a Brit, I don't know. Aren't they already talking about doing like a Jordan 1 royalty?
Yeah, like a royal toe. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like been rumors about a Bread 4.
Bread 4.
Which I don't really know what you would do.
Ooh, that was another one I wanted to talk about. Was the Bread 4s. I know the pictures that they were showing was just like either a concept or or like a worn pair of like the classics, but either way, like I just feel like I don't know. I feel like the 4s. What I was saying was that I feel like the 4 silhouette is like nicer when it's like new.
Yeah, brand new. Mm-hmm.
Like that's just to me. It's kind of like an Air Force effect to me, where it's like. You see an Air Force that's old and it doesn't look like it has to be brand new.
Yeah.
Like that's just me. I feel like a 1, like the more you beat it down and the more you know you wear it, like it kind of ages over time. And you've seen like, you know, the last pair we had of like those 94s. And,
yeah,
like, we were still able to. Yeah, people still buy them. Like, and they're, you know, worn. Like.
And like and then like if they did like a white cement with the 4 or like a. I don't know, like,
do the white cement.
But like, yeah, like what they would like make the panels off white, like, and I don't even think that really looks that good though.
Yeah, because that's why one of the biggest things that I don't like about that, like the cements, is that like gonna have a hard time trying to buy those.
Yellowing
because like yellows, it gets really gnarly on the netting and stuff like that, and I don't. Like, again, I think it's just me where I'm like, I just don't like that look too much.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay, like, premium for it, type of thing.
If they did that to us Jordan 4, like, I don't think it would look good. I think it would just look like an old pair, you know? So like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it doesn't really translate to, like, the reimagined idea.
Yeah, and that's just me, and I don't know how everybody else feels, but, like, I just wouldn't, like... For me, it's like if I see that, I feel like I'm like these look super older. Like you should give me a discount because look,
I know, right?
They don't look as good.
You should make 1 million pairs of them, though.
Yeah, like I don't know. So that's why I was like thinking, like imagine to make that pair. Like I'm thinking of a cement mostly. Even the breads though in that picture, I was just kind of like, oh, it looks gross. Like I would rather just have a clean pair of bread 4s and like over time wear them. And I feel like over time it just doesn't look as good. Like I hated when, like, for example, I had the 2012 breads. And when the paint started cracking on them, I was like, dude, and I had to get them. I got them repainted just because I didn't like it. Like, I just like, dude, it looks gnarly. Like,
I just thought about like them like doing a crack painting on like a reimagined pair, and I was just like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think the 4 for me, like I remember, like I said, like my breads when they started cracking, I was like, dude, like I was mad.
You're like, no,
like, dude, and then I got them repainted just because like I just didn't want to look.
You're like, I had to go find the Angelus.
Dude, for real, dude, like straight up. But yeah, that's just my input on that reimagine thing.
Yeah. Stop.
And I think what we're gonna jump into now is our TikTok segments.
Yeah, let's jump into it. One of the most famous ones we've ever had.
We need to name them. Like I think we had a name. Hold up, like Shoe Talk time. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Shoe Talk.
Let's get into Shoe Talk.
We're gonna get to the Shoe Talk segment. That sounds cool, right?
Sounds dope.
Drop in the comments. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Is that cool? They're gonna be like whack, trash.
Give us a comment of a W if it sounds cool.
Just drop a W.
Yeah, just drop a W.
No context, just W.
Yeah. We'll figure it out from there.
But the Shoe Talk segment, where we're gonna bring up the classic one, where Jesus kind of got a little taste of fame.
You got a lot of roast. I got roasted. That's what I got.
And that's the what's the worst edition. So, ready to kick it off?
Oh yeah.
Let's go. What's the worst Jordan 7?
The Jordan 7 Low Taxi. They're trash. I've never seen anybody wear these like fake looking Ferrari motorsport. Like I'm about to go F-150 with Curious George looking shoes.
See, that's a good
option.
No,
I cannot do those shoes.
I don't disagree. I think any low in the 7 is like disgrace to that shoe.
I saw so many colorways, and then I just saw those, and I was like, I can't believe they even put these out.
Yeah, I the first time I saw 7 Low, like I was just kind of like, dude, I felt like that Will Smith Chris Rock situation.
Keep my shoe out of your mouth.
Got smacked so hard by Nike when they said, let's make a 7 a low.
Yeah.
Kind of like the 5s and 6, which the 6 is actually, I bought a pair. Remember, like I bought the Chrome 6 lows.
Oh yeah, those are sick.
After I wore them, I didn't like them.
Yeah.
I literally bought them, worn them, and then I had to sell them for like $100. So it was like such a L because I was like, why did I buy? I think I only bought them because I walked in and they were like,
oh, they're in this.
Yeah, we have your size. Yeah, they were like, we have your size, and I was like, I need to get them. And then I literally wore one, and I was like, dude, why did I buy these?
There's some Jordans that look good in lows, but the 7 does not look good as a low.
Yeah, any 7 just throw out the window for a low.
Yeah, don't do it. And then that is such a bad colorway. Looks like a banana peel that you're gonna wear.
Like the Donkey Kong edition.
Yeah, the
like
Donkey
Dong.
The Donkey
Kong 7 low.
The Donkey Kong 7 lows. Yeah, I don't know.
Bruh, oh my god.
It looks like a sponge.
Yeah.
That you put on your feet.
But cool.
But yeah. Also, since we have just talked about the ugliest Jordan, let's talk about our best Jordans colorways from 1 to 14.
Yeah, let's. Well, I don't have the list, so we combined. So this is like a conjoint list. So conjoint list of our favorite Jordans from 1 through 14. Starting off with
the Jordan 14, the lost shot, the Jordan 14 last shot. Those shoes, 14s in general. There's like only a couple other pairs we really like, but the last shots, they look the best to us.
Classic.
The 13 Breads, again, there's going to be a lot of red in this list.
Yeah, classic as well.
12 playoffs. Again, can't go wrong. The Jordan 11 Concord.
Yeah. We were in debate between this one and, there's so many, I feel like. Space Jams,
the
Breads,
the Cool Grays.
DMPs. Like, there's so many 11s. Cool Grays, you were saying that, but Concords.
It's a good shoe, and I remember the impact that shoe had. So, the Jordan 10 Chicago Bulls. Again, the Jordan 10 isn't one of the shoes he really played a lot in. So, we kind of just picked a colorway that was just looked good. So,
iconic for me.
Yeah, iconic. Jordan 9 University Blues.
I think that was the only way to go with the 9.
Yeah.
University
you really
Blues.
can't do, The Jordan 8 Kobe's. This one might be a little controversial.
Yeah, I just think because, I feel like people are going to think of like Aquas or like, we were talking about the Bugs Bunny, but I feel like this Kobe one is one that like if they made a GR release of this.
Yeah, it would go crazy. The Jordan 7 Olympic.
I mean, I'm a fan of the 7s, and the Olympics just, again, like, it just brings back so much memories of like when that shoe was such a like hype and like so many shoes were coming. But I think the Olympics is like makes everybody's like list for like favorite 7s.
Yeah, and it's like Michael played in them in the Olympics, so it's like
the story again.
Yeah, the Jordan 6 Infrared.
Classic again.
Classic shoe. You got to go with that one.
Gotta go.
The Jordan 5 Black Metallics.
Yeah, again. Like how we were saying, a lot of red, a lot of like the OG
black
like,
red,
Chicago colorways. Like,
people don't forget that he played in the Chicago Bulls, guys. The Jordan 4 Bread, his favorite shoe.
Nothing more to say.
The Jordan 3 Black Cements, again, can't really say much.
Yeah,
beautiful shoe.
Beautiful shoe.
Jordan 2, this is a really hard one. The Carmelo.
The Carmelos, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chicagos aren't bad too. I like the Chicagos.
That was like my second choice, yeah.
Yeah, just like the OG, like, Jordan 2. But again, we don't like 2s that much. But, hey, don't come at us, but.
don't at me. You're going to say the last one.
The Jordan 1 Breads or Bands, right?
Jordan 1 Chicagos.
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
I wanted the Breads, but you saying, okay, we settled on Chicago. So run it back again.
The Jordan 1 Chicagos.
There you go.
Just because it's such a classic, color blocking. It's such an iconic shoe.
But, for me, it's those two. Like,
Like I would have picked the Bands too, but
I feel like more people would say Chicago.
Yeah. I feel like it just catches the eye faster, and it's just like such good color blocking.
Classic. Well, that's it. I think that
wraps up the shoe talk.
The shoe talk.
Let's get into talking about our future event that's coming up this summer. Do you want to let any of the people know what we got going on?
So we've been trying to plan this actually for since last year, right? We wanted to do something like this, but we just couldn't figure it out or I guess have the time to actually reach out and stuff. And it wasn't a priority, I'd say, as much. It was just kind of one of those ideas where it's like, hey, this would be cool to do. But now I feel like we have a more experience. I think that's the best way to put it. More experience with events and stuff like that, because now we kind of have an idea of kind of how things should go and what rates are and what people want, I guess, out of those events. So we're trying to put together a sneaker market, and particularly a summer sneaker market. So we want to be able to kind of have a pop-up here in the Tri-Cities is what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring people together in this community and kind of have an event that and we love doing all the other events. There's nothing wrong with those events. It's just I feel like we want to cater something a little bit more towards particularly more sneakers.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, if you're anybody who watches us or is interested, feel free to DM us Instagram at Shoebox PNW, and we'll just keep everybody updated too. We're still working on a lot. Right now it's the baby steps. Basically we're coming up with names, locations. We're just trying to figure out, where we're gonna actually do it, what the costs are gonna be, how we're gonna, I guess kind of like not sponsor, but like advertise. That's sorry. How we're gonna try to advertise it, and get it. Right now, what we're trying to do is get a general idea of how many people we can get, and so then that way, we can have an expected amount of like, hey, this is what we should put here, people there. But the more, the better. And even if you don't sell sneakers, like that is one of our biggest things. But if you're into like streetwear or like
vintage,
have your own clothing brand, you do vintage. We still want to have some of those people. But we will put priority, I guess, more on sneaker vendors first before we start like putting in other people like that. If we have any more spaces, that's basically.
Gotcha.
That's the best way I can put it. Like any other input that you have or things that you want to say about it?
I think just like what you're saying is like we don't really have any of that out here, like marketed towards just sneakers. So I think just emphasizing like
the
sneakers, but also like you said, wanting to bring in the vintage guys and also people that have brands that want to come out too, because it is a lot of with the sneaker culture. It is about everything, not just sneakers, but
because it plays all like in like the same pot.
But besides that, we just want to see if anybody can reach out to us. Let us know if you want to be part of the event. We're gonna do our best job to like make the event, special for like for the Tri-Cities.
Yeah, and I mean, if anybody has suggestions too, like even if you weren't vending or you're like, hey, this is what I would like to see at this event. I know we have some things in mind, like we want to get a DJ. So anybody who DJs,
hit us
feel
up.
free, hit us up. We would want a DJ there. Second of all, I think maybe like somebody, I was thinking maybe like some food or drinks or something like that. Not too many food or drink options, but maybe like 1 or 2 people. One thing I would say though is that does require a lot of licensing and stuff. So you make sure you do have anything like legit, like everything's legit.
Paperwork behind.
You gotta have your paperwork basically, because I know a lot of places will be very like strict on that type of stuff. But anybody else though, like what was it like if you make crafts, like I was saying, like, because I know like one big thing that we've seen is like the candle making or like anything related to like like I saw like keychains or like sneaker related stuff like
accessories
that
and stuff like that.
Like those people are welcome too. But realistically, like I said, I just want to have a good time. Like,
we just want to put on a fun event and like really just put out show up for like the sneaker community. So
and we want to put, like I said, more like Central Washington on the map. So even people like I would really want to get people here from like Yakima, like Sunnyside, like
Spokane, anywhere
like anywhere Spokane,
Oregon,
if you're like like it'll be cool to kind of get it over here. Just like even if it's just once a year, like that's really what I would want, and just put it on for us and let people know that hey, and that's the whole thing we're trying to do is like. You can be anywhere and be a sneaker enthusiast, It doesn't mean just because you don't live in LA or like New York and, we don't get all the fancy like Nike stores and all the, in-store drops. Doesn't mean that, you can't be into sneakers or I guess be not considered
for sure
in that community. So because there's a lot of people who are still into that stuff here and it's growing. So, I think that's about it. I think I wrapped that up with that. Oh, giveaways too, like
for sure. We want to do a giveaway for the event. To bring out, and then we want to like ask the vendors that do want to be part of it to like be a part of the giveaway. So that's another idea we have for you guys.
So like I said, that's another thing we want to do. Just give back to the community and do giveaways and stuff like that to get it all like excited, and people will come out and just say hi.
Exactly.
Cool.
But follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Hit us up on the DM if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Peace.